Hey beautiful people, you're welcome to another interesting and exciting episode here on my channel. My name is Miss Stephanie, and I love to film about faith and about lifestyle. So you're absolutely welcome to my channel. This particular video is just basically me talking about everything that led to my absence here on the channel for like a long while. The last time I posted a video here, it was my sign out video, and that happened last year. Last year, I know I wrote my final paper on the 4th of August. Yes, so that happened on the 4th of August, and since that time I really haven't posted any other video on my channel. So I'm basically going to come on here and tell you guys everything that happened and the reason why I've not been frequently posting on my channel, and things that I actually do hope to do better and post more content here on my channel. Everything that happened since that time, even up until this point, I'm going to be sharing it with you guys. Okay, I know that you're interested, I know that you want to hear it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, so like I said, I was done with my last paper on the 4th of August 2021. That was when we did our sign out. Some few weeks after, we had our project defense, so that happened. And ever since then, man, I don't know why nobody ever talks about the fact that there's this depression that happens to people that graduate. I don't know, even some people that quote unquote had their lives planned out, had other jobs that they were going to lean on and rely on after school. Most of them still had that thing, like it just hits you in the face that you're actually done with this phase of life and you are meant to move on to the next phase as soon as possible. It's not that easy, it's not that sweet, because there are so many uncertainties that lie in like finishing school and everything. Too many uncertainties, right? Because one of the things I noticed about finishing school and being in my early 20s is the fact that there are a lot of choices that I'm going to be making now. I have such limited time to make these choices, and then the choices would actually be long lasting. That's the funny part of being a young adult. You get to make choices ASAP. Do this, do that, do it fast. Where you study, what next you do, and once you are done making the choice, it's like move. You get to live with the repercussions for such a long time. So for some of my classmates, they went back to where they were living, back to staying with their family members. Like my family members stay in Lagos, and I'm going to come to all of that, how I was able to choose where I currently am. Currently I'm in Port Harcourt, and I'm going to tell you guys everything that happened, how I was able to make that choice, because I was also confused. So basically I was talking about how long lasting our choices are. People start choosing what to do. Some people want to go immediately and do their masters. Like I said, cities to live in. That was also pretty confusing for me. Let me just go right ahead and talk about that. So before school, I finished from the University of Port Harcourt, Nigeria, which is in Rivers State, right? So before school, I used to stay in Lagos. And once I was done, of course, every other family member of mine, once you are done with school, immediately you're supposed to go back home, right? To stay, to at least my older brother did that. He went back home. He schooled in Nnamdi Azikiwe, Oka, and once he was done, he went back to Lagos. So that was pretty much expected of me. I'm the last born, so a lot of people expected once you're done with school, you're supposed to go back home. But that was not really the case for me. One or two things were holding me down in school. I had performances that I felt I was going to participate in, so I was pretty much in school for a long time. And in that season, oh my god, I was so confused, because the thing is, whatever you choose, wherever you choose to stay in, whatever choice you make, what you must understand about the choice is that if you choose to be here, then you're going to be taking opportunities here, but you don't know what other opportunities you are missing there, right? So that was actually a big deal for me. I just felt like, hey, this one I'm staying in Port Harcourt, are you sure it will not be better if I move to Lagos? And then when I moved to Lagos, I was like, this one I'm in Lagos, are you sure I should not move to Port Harcourt? These are the things people don't tell you. People, like the life outside school, I don't really think there's anything that really prepares you for the life after school, for the uncertainty. Some people come out and they get depressed immediately because you are out of school. Somehow everybody just starts seeing you as an adult. You should be able to take care of yourself, you should be able to foot your bills. It's such a rude awakening. Like before, you were not necessarily pampered, but people just basically had your back and people just watched over you somehow. I would actually say that God was actually merciful to me in that regard, because I still have some very, very awesome support. I get awesome support around me. Some people don't. Once you're done with school, you are done with school. Move on, right? So yeah, that happened. That was also pretty much one of my very big confusions. I was so confused. Yeah, so that was one of the things that happened to me. I wasn't sure which city I was going to live in. I was struggling through school. Then I have an uncle. I'm currently at my uncle's place. God bless my uncle and his family. They've been so, 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 so supportive. They've been so, so, so helpful. My cousins actually helped me to set this whole thing up last night to know which part of the house would be a nice place to film in. And eventually I just looked at this part and I was like, this part is actually going to be nice. So all of those things have been happening. Not everybody has I think I even have a soft landing somehow, because some of my other friends, they have to think about like house rent, food, and all of those other things. But God just helped me, and I passed all of that, right? So there was also that where to stay, major choices to make, because whatever choice you make is going to be long lasting. And so I had that battle at some point in my life. But one of the reasons why I decided to stay in Port Harcourt is because of ding 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 ding, I got a job. That is also one of the things that happened to me throughout this season that I've not been online. No, I've been online. I've not just been on YouTube, right? What other thing has happened in my life? Basically, I'm not yet serving. I'm not yet serving, but I actually plan to, I wanted to say I actually plan to start very soon. Wow, girl. Like, once you just actually plan, everything will just happen. Like, I don't know the reason why I'm not serving. One of the reasons why I'm not serving is because my graduation list is not yet out in my school. So when that happens, of course I will join those that are serving by God's grace to serve, if God does not have better plans for me. Okay, and one last thing I wanted to mention on this video. What are my plans basically after school? Because all of these things that I've said, they are just basically things that have happened, right? Just some of these things I did not plan, some of them I planned, some of them basically just happened. But what are my plans? Like, what am I actively planning, to do with myself after school? When I was in school, like in my finals, one of the things I really, 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 really wanted to do immediately I was done with school was to go back for my masters, straight up. But looking at it now, and that is why that is one of the reasons why I kept on, hitting on choices, because whatever choice you make, if you know that you want to do something, like tomorrow, and you make a choice to do something else today, the thing that you've decided to do today might even affect the fact you doing what you have planned to do tomorrow. It might work out or might not work out because of what you've done today. So pretty much that happened to me. I was planning that, see, once I'm done with school, straight like this, I'm going for masters, and I got a job immediately, and I was like, I will. To be school, I'm coming, not now. But I still plan to do my masters. Yes, I still plan to further, in my chosen course, which is film and theater and film studies. And I also plan to not just do the academic angle of that course, but also, extend my tentacles towards the profession, the practical angle of the course. So yes, I plan to also act movies and basically just be on set, in person, be in field, and do a lot of things that need to be done. All right, guys, so please let me. But one other interesting thing that happened to me was I was able to draw closer to God through prayer. I remember one of the prayers I prayed very, very, very consistently once I was done with school. I kept on telling God to give me the wisdom on how to make wealth. Give me wisdom on how to make wealth. Show me what to do, right? The next assignment. I'm quite a restless person. I'm not the kind of person who sits down and just is like this, right? I usually am a restless person. So you can imagine me being confused, me not knowing what to do, me just sitting and just like being confused. It was actually a very big problem for me, but I remember praying about it, and God actually answered that prayer. I can say that for sure, that God actually answered that prayer. And so, guys, this is just me telling you guys that by God's grace and by His infinite mercies, I will be back on the tube. Another thing that I plan to do on the tube right now is to give out more valuable content. I don't just want to talk, right? I don't just want to say stuff on this particular channel. I don't just want to blab. I actually want to make meaning with words. I actually want to say things that will bless people. I actually want to say things that are actually purposeful. And so I plan to do a lot of that, or do more of that, even as we go. Thank you so much for staying tuned even up until this point. Thank you so much for listening to this particular video. You are the real MVP. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.